So, as with every faction in Endless Legend, Ardent Mages are very, very different playstyle than all the rest. It's a crazy faction of magic users that increases its power through cutting themselves up and being crazy bastards. Um, Masochist, I guess. So early on in your gameplay, there's a quest-based storyline that pitches you to parlay with the minor factions close by. So make sure that when you're starting off with Ardent Mages, you get that parlay skill right off the bat, as it quickens your storyline quest. The faction also has an ability known as Arcanas, and they are found underneath the Empire info on the top left of your screen. They give bonuses to a range for 10 turns in exchange for dust. So these bonuses are pretty significant. Therefore, dust is rather important in Ardent Mage's gameplay. Researching and building bonuses towards dust makes things a lot easier. As the storyline quests go on, it focuses around expansion and science. So there's one quest called A Trail Gone Cold, which is I think the fourth in the line of the series. So it asks you to build, it asks you to build a city to produce 10 science right at the very beginning. The very next quest, the one right afterwards, is the Secrets of Dust. It wants you to build a city so that it encloses 6 anomalies within itself. So, like finding or scouting that proper placement for that city is going to really help things out as you transition and go through those quests. Now, the Ardent Mages units are very powerful damage dealers. Several hits from their units will usually bring an opponent down, but be wary because they are really weak and they have a small defense and life in comparison to other factions. You got 3 units. The first one is a Telsum Warlock, and they have very little defense for an infantry unit. They have to come in close and start hitting, and most of the time you're finding yourself trying to keep those suckers alive more than actually going on the offensive. The second unit is the Ateshi Zealots. Them, on the other hand, are very, very strong. They are, again, weak in defense and life, but they are ranged units with an area of effect damage, and put in a proper position, they can obliterate armies. Now, the last one is the Anega Wing. Like the ones before, again, weak life, weak defense, but it comes with a revive ability, which is very, very nice. Essentially, if it gets killed in combat, it turns into an egg, and as long as that egg survives through the combat, the unit is revived. So that's a wonderful little skill, and actually makes it quite survivable. The Ardent Mages heroes skill set in combat oddly focuses towards defensive. I don't really know why, but the first skill on the combat tree is actually a defensive skill. Now, as you skill the heroes up, you'll find that the life and attack and initiative bonuses will start showing up, but it's going to take a few levels to actually hit those markers. Now, in combat, the heroes also have what's called Ardent Fire, which is an ability they can cast, which converts life lost on a unit into damage, making your already very high damage dealing units even more so. As a city governor, though, the heroes tend to focus towards science, and that makes very high science outputs in your city. So, in gameplay, the Ardent Mage faction will obliterate most slow or defensible armies, but you'll struggle against other ranged, speedy, or high initiative units. Your empire will thrive as long as you focus towards science and dust, Although finding those sweet spot locations for those cities in that storyline quest is somewhat daunting. But that's all I have for the Ardent Mages. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like all my videos, please subscribe. And if you have any feedback for this video, please toss in the comment section below. I'll leave you with the Ardent Mages intro video. Thank you all for watching. Geeves out.
They are weak, they are soft, they writhe in supposed discomfort at minor penances that the faithful would not even notice. Their sloth will be their undoing. Without the pain, they cannot touch the power. Use your eyes, or I will remove them in atonement. See that Auriga herself rise in anguish, as we all should. Join me in contrition and mortification, such as Auriga has never seen. Together, we will embrace the agony and make it our servant.